between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Throwing, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. A good pickup there at 22.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can't he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. It's a keeper with Prescott.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically maybe a win for the defense. The kick by Marr is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The Eagles did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 24, Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
This is Smith to the ground. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an high lash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Alert! Alert!
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Okay, ready?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This one out quickly to Watkins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Running right, here's Sanders. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
Cut. Ready? Cowboy 80. Roll, roll, roll. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Going for it with Sanders. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
1st down, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Yeah, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Right back to Sanders on first down. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now on 2nd and 16, Hurts. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Prescott now. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On the counter, Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. To throw is Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
I'm talking about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of the half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra love.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And Prescott, his third interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goddard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Another run with Sanders. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Up the middle they go with Sanders, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd at about 7 left.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly does. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Javon Hargrave's second year in Philadelphia, punt returns the Eagles were hoping for. Made his first Pro Bowl with 7.5 sacks and really meshed well with the other pass rushers along the team's front line.
The kick by Maher is good.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 27, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
They go play action with Hurts. Steps away. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Okay, break.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cowboys. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll run with Sanders. Pushes him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's the jet sweep to Pascal. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Second and 11 now. Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Sanders toss left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A first down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Draw play, Elliott. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Fourth down, Prescott. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Eagles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against